Well, we're in Bend. It's day 34. Kayaking down. You can see the people there, you know, and this is something I would love to do in a couple years. But, you know, I'll bet when those guys who were doing this course started practicing on these kind of rapids, they probably thought to themselves, you know, I just doubt I can do that. I mean, I doubt I could do that right now, but little by little, practice by practice, they started learning and trusting more and learning skills and building confidence so that they can do something amazing like that. I think it's utterly amazing. I think it's so cool. But they didn't just start doing something like that just right off the bat. Now in our today's reading, the disciples recognized Jesus. They'd been walking and talking with him for a while, and their eyes were opened when he broke the bread and when they celebrated that wonderful meal with him. Their eyes were opened and they looked back. And they said, didn't our hearts burn? Didn't we recognize him? Why didn't we recognize him when we were with him? And Jesus said to them, why did you doubt? Why did fears arise in your hearts? Why did fears and doubts arise in your heart? Let me suggest something for today, and that's simply this. Don't let your doubts defeat you. Don't let your doubts defeat you, because one of the realities about our doubts is that we tend to doubt our beliefs and we tend to believe our doubts. We doubt our beliefs. We believe our doubts. And if that's true, it's one thing that I think we should remember, that we need to believe our beliefs and doubt our doubts. Because think to yourself, have you ever thought to yourself, how could God love me? I doubt God could do that. If I've done these things and said these things and behaved in this way, why would God love me? Does God have a purpose for my life? I mean, I doubt that. Why is it that I don't feel good about myself on oftentimes a regular basis? Those are doubts that you might have about yourself, and if you believe your doubts, you're in a world of hurt. And even worse, if you're on that road from Jerusalem to Emmaus, and if you're believing your doubts, the problem is you never get past Emmaus. You're stuck, as we saw the last day or two. Stuck, standing still, looking sad, and that's where you'll stay if you believe your doubts. That's where the disciples had been until their eyes were opened, and when they opened their eyes, then they saw Jesus. So, what would happen, on the other hand, if you doubted your doubts and didn't let your doubts defeat you and started believing your beliefs? What would happen if you were convinced from the bottom of your heart that you're a child of God, who belongs to God, believes in God, and will become the person God created you to be? What if you believed with every fiber of your being that God knit you together in your mother's womb, like we've been talking about, and that God has a purpose for your life, as it says in Jeremiah, plans to be with you, to do well with you, to give you a future with hope? What if you truly believed your beliefs and doubted your doubts? What if you didn't let? What if you refused to let your doubts defeat you? That's why it's important on this journey from Jerusalem to Emmaus to remember Paul's words in 2 Corinthians when he writes, we are hard pressed on every side, but not crushed. Sometimes in doubt, but never in despair. Persecuted, but not abandoned. Struck down, but not destroyed. Remember long ago in the devotions, I asked you that when you're brushing your teeth, well, I am a child of God who belongs to God, believes in God, and will become the person God created me to be. And the reason was for this day, when I'm encouraging you to believe your beliefs and doubt your doubts. Because then, on your road from Jerusalem to Emmaus, you'll watch Emmaus go by. You'll arrive at the place where God wanted you to be in the first place, walking with Jesus with your eyes open, confident in knowing that you're a child of God who belongs to God, believes in God, and will become the person God created you to be. Now, I think there's nothing more awesome than that. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye-bye.